What was your favorite costume that you've ever worn?
I have a couple. I was the Black Widow from Avengers.
Cool.
My mom made that one.
Oh, yeah.
My second favorite one was I was Jesus. So I made it a sexy Jesus. But yeah, that one was my favorite. And I didn't wear underwear, and I think I flashed like 7 people that night. But it was great.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Naughty Podcast. I am your host, Elle Harlow, and with me as always is sweet baby Tiana.
Hello.
Today we are going to talk about some spicy stuff. We're going to talk about OnlyFans and relationships, and we're going to deep dive into Halloween and the misogyny that binds us to slutty costumes.
Oh, misogyny.
Am I the asshole for not supporting my girlfriend's OnlyFans?
Ooh,
I,
yikes.
19 male, and my girlfriend, 20F, have been together for 5 years. Over the past few months, she's been low on income and struggling and has been thinking of starting an OnlyFans account. I was never really a fan of this, and she reassured me that she wasn't going to do it without my permission, and she would only post feet pics. She recently got very deep into her savings and is starting to not be able to afford her phone bill, car loan, etc. I offered to send her $100 for my paycheck every week until she gets back on her feet, which she accepted. A couple of days ago, I received a text from her telling me that she has opened her OnlyFans account, along with a promotional Twitter and Instagram accounts, which shocked me, however. However, I kept my cool and asked her to show me. She refused at first, and then reluctantly sent me a link. She kept her word of only having feet pictures, but the comments on the photos made me sick to my core. I tried supporting her, but she asked me not to look at it because it was embarrassing. I agreed, and I let it go for a few days. My curiosity got the best of me, and I looked at it at what she's posted, and she had me blocked.
Oh, no.
I confronted her about this and said, hey, can you unblock me, as it's really hard for me to support what you're doing when I can't see what you're posting. She refused, and I told her I'm unsure I can continue to date her if she doesn't unblock me, as it adds to my uncomfortableness. We fought, and she deleted it, calling me manipulative, insecure, and along with other names.
Oh.
She says no matter what I was to say about it, it would be shitty. So am I the asshole?
I started this with a much different opinion than I ended this with, I feel like.
I feel like we have different opinions.
Oh, okay. Wait, what's your opinion?
So my opinion is you're the asshole.
Okay.
So her body, her choice, right?
Fair.
If she wants to make an OnlyFans, like all the power to her. Survival sex work is a very real thing.
100%.
And that's what she's facing right now.
100%.
The fact that he was like, oh, I'll give you $100 for my paycheck every week. Is that enough? And like, are you going to lord this over her? Like, there's so many levels of nuance to this that I just think like he's the asshole. Let her make her own goddamn money.
That's fair. I can respect that because 100%, like, you know, people, like you said, survival sex work is huge, right? If she needs the support, OnlyFans and doing stuff like that is definitely a good way to get that financial support. It is tricky though, because I feel like people are allowed to not be comfortable with their partner participating in this kind of sex work, and that's why I kind of feel like I don't think he's necessarily the asshole for it. Yes, he did say that she can do it, and that's why it's kind of like, okay, like, you know, you said that she can do it, so like, why are you going back on it? I think that her like hiding it from him, and you know, he wants to have like kind of more of an open communication about it, and she's kind of seems like she's hiding it and then saying that he's manipulative and insecure, maybe insecure, but like I don't know necessarily about manipulative because he just wants to know what's on the pages.
Yeah, but like, let's be real. Like, you and I have a very different take on sex work, I'm pretty sure. Like, meaning you and I are like A-okay, like sex work is work. You know, not everyone's on that same frequency. So she's probably carrying a great amount of shame around the fact that she's having to resort to survival sex work, which is like what a lot of people... you know, normies or, you know, your average civilian thinks about, you know, when they think, oh my God, like, how am I going to put food on my table? How am I going to keep a roof over my head? Well, like my last shot is I'm going to, you know, sell booty hole pics on the internet.
Right. Yeah. And she even said like in here, like, I guess that she was embarrassed to show her. So
I get it.
Sense. Yeah.
Like I get the embarrassment. Like I personally have an OnlyFans account and anyone I am involved with has to be okay with that because you know what? Yeah. Unless they're going to start taking care of my claws and paws and my hair appointments, then,
that's fair.
You know, because that's what it keeps me in. So
I can understand that. I don't know. I feel like I'm in the middle because like he has the right to be uncomfortable with it because it is definitely like an invasive thing, especially with your partner, right? However, you know, it's something that he definitely should have thought about a little bit harder before saying yes, and then all of a sudden now it's like a no. So that's why I'm up in the air because like of course like he has the right to be like uncomfortable. Anyone has the right to be uncomfortable with that. Dating someone who is in sex work, it is different because you have to be of that understanding about the work, be open like that person is, which, you know, I am like, so I get that side, but I also can empathize with the other side. But yeah, like you can't just like switch sides. Like one moment he's fine with it and then the next he's not. And then,
and I also
because
think
the comments,
like, you know, he's like, oh, the comments.
Yeah.
Listen, as someone who has an OnlyFans account, there are no comments. And if they are, like, they're pretty laughable.
But also people are getting comments like that on regular Instagram posts. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Listen,
maybe that's something that he needs to figure out with himself.
There are pictures of us in our underwear on all the like social media platforms.
And they get comments.
And we get comments.
Yeah, that's true.
Comments. And like, and it's funny because I'm like, you know, people are like, oh, put your clothes on. Oh, we're glorifying obesity. Those I'm like, whatever. Like, do you feel better? Do you feel better?
Yeah.
It's the ones where it's like, oh, I'll take one of each, please. I'm like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
No,
but you know that they leave like 20 of the same comments on so many different people's posts. That doesn't even matter.
And you also have to be like, sir, do you know this is a brand?
True. I know. Sometimes the way that people act is like, this is like we're selling things.
Yeah.
It's
like,
not
do you not understand that we are not like, this is not a personal account?
Yeah.
Like, not that we're not people, but we're like in this instance, like my name is not Naughty Knickers. Like, as much as I would love it to be, it's not.
Neither is it my stage name. Yeah. That would be hard to say over the club sounds. Right? Like that would, that's funny.
So like a lot of times you kind of have to just be like, listen, the internet is a deeply fucked up place.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be upset about some comments that are being left on your girlfriend's like feet pics,
I
really think you are not...
You're not cut out for it.
You're not.
Especially
you're not going to
feet
last.
pics. Like that's like the, you know, that's an easy-ish kind of thing.
And I can see having boundaries, especially if she expands upon her content and is doing like partnered content.
That's huge.
You know,
yep,
so like if that's a deal breaker, like that's, you know, that's a fair one to have if monogamy is their game plan.
Yeah.
So like, you know, that's a fair one to have, but just being like, I need to be able to see everything you do. I feel like that's a little manipulative and a little reaching.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can see your side of that.
You know, you've had boyfriends. Do they know what you're doing every minute of every day at your job?
I mean, I overshare. So yes, but that's just me. I'd be like, I saw a dog 2 seconds ago. I just farted. I just burped. Like it's bad. Like you know, like they have
like
no
a
break
running
for
commentary.
Me. Yeah. Like it's nonstop. If you saw it, there's like no breaks. It's like minute after minute time play updates. So that's just me. But like, you know, or like if I take like a nice picture when I actually, so I was going to ask you said that you do have an OnlyFans account. I used to, but I just recently deleted it. Because I couldn't give it as much time as I was hoping to. People would be buying content. I wouldn't be able to film it, and then they're waiting forever, and I'd feel so bad and all of that fun stuff, right? So I deleted it. But at the time, like I'd take pictures and I'd like send it to my friends and be like, look, I'm posting this.
Oh,
right, so I'm open.
My best friend also has a very successful OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like to the point where like Brazzers has like signed her on
Shut
now.
up.
Yeah,
Good
like,
for her.
We're very
I think.
excited.
Yeah.
We're very
excited. Do we support? I remember there's some porn sites that aren't that great.
They're probably all terrible. Like, let's be real.
As long as they pay her well.
They're paying her very well.
Brazzers.
Yeah. We're looking at you.
Yeah. We'll come after you.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, you know, she's a wife and a mom and like has like a standard daily job as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the same sort of thing. And it's like, you can't lord over the minutia of somebody's day.
Right.
And expect them to be okay with that. Like that is very controlling. And then to, you know, be like, well, if I can't see what you're doing, you can't do it. That's the manipulation that comes in.
I'm learning right now. I'm like, this is fine. And then I like listen to you. I'm like, maybe that's not fine.
Yeah. There's nuance, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many, it's like an onion. There's so many layers.
Yeah. And it seems like he's like, like a year younger than her too. So I wonder if there's like, I mean, it's only a year, but still, right? Yeah. Men aren't 19 until they're actually 25. So, I mean, you know, there's that. But
fair. Yeah. And,
But-
you know, there's probably a lot of just reactionary and
it's new.
Yeah. And also, you know, I feel like they've been together 5 years. He's probably really settled into a comfort level. And now he sees there's all of these men who would like.
5 years. He was 14.
And she was 15.
Damn.
Do you know what I was doing? Never mind. We won't talk.
That's another episode.
I was taming dinosaurs and.
What?
Because I'm so old.
Oh.
Sorry.
I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down now.
But yeah, like, you know, he's probably gotten very comfortable with the idea that, you know, this is his girlfriend and nothing's going to change that.
Whoever's going to see it
and like
is just
now
me.
is some like dirty perv going to swoop in and sweep her off her feet and offer her everything that this guy can't. You know, like I can feel like I know where his insecurities come from. Yeah. But he's not voicing them in a productive way. So I'm going to maintain that he is the asshole.
Okay. I can vibe with that. I think I will keep. Yeah, I think I'll say asshole too, especially because the part where it's like, you know, I left it alone for a few days. Like you couldn't like leave it for a little bit longer to see how it goes, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna have that opinion as well.
Yeah, assholes all around.
Yeah, but so yeah, you said that you have an OnlyFans account. How long have you had yours for?
I started it in 2020. Mm-hmm. It is absolutely very much a very side project. Mm-hmm. I post when I get around to it. Yeah. And I charge $20 a month for it.
Love that.
And if you don't want to pay it, that's fine. If you do, even better. Mm-hmm. I post maybe 3 times a month. Yeah. And I've had some people who've come into my life and are like, oh, can I film with you? I'm like, well, do you have an account? No. Will you sign a waiver? No. Then no.
Literally, the amount of people who's like, well, do you need a filming buddy? And it's like, oh, like you do this on too? Like, what's your OnlyFans handle? What's your like Twitter? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, no. I'm like, oh, you just want to sleep with me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. No.
You just gave me the ick. Goodbye.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what you think this is. Yeah. But yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've had one for I guess 3-ish years now. Yeah. Because I feel like it was like the fall of 2020 that I started it.
I think a lot of people started around then.
Oh, because we were all in survival mode.
Yeah. A lot. Because I remember I started mine in around the same time. Yeah. Like I was at home and, you know.
We're all trapped inside.
Yeah. And I was already like fairly open and I was planning when the clubs opened up again to start stripping. So I'm like, oh, might as well like start an OnlyFans, you know. Right? And then it just kind of stuck until recently.
It's hard when you have like a full-time gig outside of.
Yeah. Like, well, I was going to full on like move to Miami and make porn full time. Like that was like my life path until like a year and a half ago. So like my life has changed quite greatly from when I started this. But I love that stuff. I'm super open. Like I'm like, I love that shit. I love the sex life and all of that fun stuff.
Oh yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm open with that. Okay. So moving on. So next question. Do you think that watching porn or like subscribing to someone's OnlyFans, like watching porn for like one specific person only, do you think that is cheating?
Well, is there a snowball's chance in hell that you're ever going to interact in real life with this person?
I mean, I think it depends because it's like, I don't necessarily, I don't know. I'm up in the air because if you're not telling your partner and like I think the OnlyFans one, that's what's making me a little iffy. Watching porn in general, when it's like, you know, someone's down in like LA and you're never gonna meet them and they're like they got a bajillion views, like that's fine. But if it's like an OnlyFans of like someone you went to high school with that you're in the same town,
that one I would not say it's cheating, but I would say it's very cringe.
I was gonna say sketchy, but
it's like we talked about before, when that's like, you know, if your partner follows all the like thought models on Instagram. As someone who is a thought model on Instagram, when random dudes follow me, I'm like, pathetic. I am not. There's no. If it's someone you went to high school with, if it's someone you know in real life, and you're DJing or, you know, feeding the ducks to that content beyond just it's trying to support. I just think
feeding the ducks. I'm sorry. Feeding the oh my god. Feeding the ducks. Feeding the ducks. That's amazing. Sorry. That's amazing. I've never thought of that before. DJ and then feeding the ducks. Wow, my world has changed. Every time I sit down with you, my world has changed.
The first episode, I taught you big words. Now
I know.
I'm teaching you euphemisms.
Now I'm learning. Wow.
They're educational too.
The world is huge, isn't it?
Yeah. I would question why you would want to follow the pornography site of someone you knew in real life. What are your motives here?
Yeah.
Do you think that they're going to see your name in their like subscribers list every month and be like, oh my God, that guy who was a 2 in high school just that's not happening.
Yeah. It is a little bit weird, especially like there is one of my friends who had someone who was like much older than them in high school, end up following them on their like OnlyFans and all that, and it's just kind of like, I feel like that's uncomfortable too. I don't know, just all over. It's just kind of uncomfy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, you're supporting the girly too.
Like,
so
I'm all for supporting the girly.
Yeah.
But I feel like in order for it to be cheating, we need to delve into your motives.
Oh, yeah.
For the why.
Yeah. 100%. I think the motives for the why is huge. Because, like, people, I mean, it was a couple months ago, I was on TikTok, and, like, so many videos popping up were like, my boyfriend was on, I caught them watching porn. I caught them watching corn, and, like, you know, I cried myself to sleep, and then now I don't trust them, and then they have to stop watching it, and I'm just like, oh my God.
I dated a guy who could not reach the mountaintop unless there was corn in the background.
That's kind of a problem, though.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I even said to him, I was like, because like I'm like, it's funny, I make it, but I'm like, I don't always consume it.
Yeah.
But I was like, at first he was like, oh, I just need to, you know, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like,
interesting.
And then it was like every time, and I was like,
that would make me uncomfortable. Not like cry myself to sleep uncomfortable, but I'd be like, what the? Like,
well, what killed me is I would take him like 15 minutes to find what he wanted to watch, and then by that point I'm like, well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm gonna catch an Uber. Yeah, like that's too much for me. Wow. Yeah.
I would know. But when it comes down to like, you know, supporting the OnlyFans of someone you know in real life.
Yeah.
What do you think? My big question would be not, is it cheating? My question to my partner would be like, what do you think is going to come of this?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you there still is a snowball's chance in hell that they're ever going to like connect.
Yeah. Like every situation is definitely different, but for the most part, it's like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe you just need to reconsider some things. I think because for the most part, like a lot of people, when they're doing sites like that, you just kind of become like a username, you know, like when you're subscribed, you become like a number. Well, like, again, depending on your relationship with that person, if they're like a really good customer and you become like, you know, customer based kind of friends, right? Like whatever. But for the most part, like you don't really get thought of outside of the app, you know? So it's kind of what you doing, you know?
Yeah. I only talk to my subscribers when I need something.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah.
I was house sitting this past week, and I realized that when I got to my friend's house, I had forgotten all of my skincare. And like, let's be real, like I'm 43 years old. This shit's held together by like hope and a prayer. And when I realized I had none of my skincare, I messaged one of my like subscribers and was like, I need skincare. And he's like, oh, I can help with that.
Look how pretty.
And he sent me $100, and I messaged back, and I was like, cute that you think it's only going to be $100.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like one.
It's one thing.
Yeah.
And so he sent me another $100, and I was like,
that's two things.
I just needed like I got a travel size of my cleanser and a full size of the other two. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Like, you know, and you can just kind of be like, hey, you know,
I was like,
have that rapport. I guess. Yeah. But okay, so about like corn specifically, I think there's one thing that partners, and like I'm just gonna say girlfriends, because I don't really think there's a lot of boyfriends that kind of are upset about women watching porn, but I'm just generalizing, like I don't know, right? I'm just generalizing.
I mean, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, but it's probably out there. Yeah. But anyways, they're concerned about the kind of like kinks or like people specifically that they're watching. Like a lot of people, like that's kind of part of the videos that were coming up on my TikTok were like, oh, like I'm brunette with brown eyes, and he only watches blondes with blue eyes that are much skinnier than me. Insert, you know, description here. So that's why they feel uncomfortable, because they feel like, you know, they're not seen as attractive by their partner.
Right.
It gets deep though. Like, Lord.
I feel like that's a rabbit hole like we could dive down for ages, because like, let's be real, the depths of humanity's insecurity is like unreachable.
Yeah.
Myself, I look at it this way. My yum might be your yuck, but I am never going to yuck your yum. So if you are really into a thing, and it is not like, and like I'm like, I'll do anything twice.
Okay.
Right? So like, if you are, say, into stockings, like not me wearing them wearing them, I'll be like, sure, like, it, you know, it may not do anything for me, but it doesn't take away anything for me.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, you want to wear stockings while I get railed? Feel your roots.
Yeah.
Or stockings.
Stock your legs.
Stock your legs.
Yeah.
But like, say they're into like hardcore, like impact play, which is not my thing. Yeah. I would, you know, absolutely be like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And let's see if I can get into the zone for it.
Yeah.
Because there is like what they call a subzone.
Yeah.
And if I tried it and it wasn't for me, I'd be like, okay, not for me. If it's a deal breaker, I understand it. If not, here's the whole of the internet.
Yeah, okay. So like,
Feed
you
the
would
geese,
support
baby.
if someone
Feed
like
the geese.
Yeah, feed the geese. There you go. Here's some bread. Feed the geese.
Feed the geese.
Yeah, okay. So like, if someone like had like kinks that they couldn't necessarily explore with you, then you would be comfortable with them like watching.
I feel like that is a completely sane, healthy way to experience something that you cannot, like, you know, I watch a lot of like space documentaries because I'm never going to go to space. So
Sorry,
if you want to watch someone getting the crap beat out of them while you feed the geese because you can't beat the crap out of someone, I think
that
that's
concerns me though. I don't think that's healthy, but I don't mean to kink shame, because it sounds like I'm kink shaming. I think it's like when someone needs to get off by watching a woman be beaten to a bloody pulp, it's like, I think you need to sit across from a therapist for an hour a week, you know? But I think it depends, because there's like consensual stuff, right? Obviously. And I love, you know, a good hardcore vibe when both people are enjoying it. But there's some porn videos where it like is depicted like as if the other partner is not enjoying it. And it's like that personally, again, not to kink shame, throws me off a little bit.
Okay, so do you watch horror movies?
Not the thrasher kind. Like, I can't watch the ones, like, I don't mind, like, you know, people dying, but, like, I can't watch, like, the sexual assault ones.
So I personally, I make all of my costumes. So I just, like, if you have to buy, like, elements of a costume, you know, like a Batwing bustier, fine.
Yeah.
But, like, going out and buying, like, the, like, bag-o costume, especially, like, sexy blah, blah, blah bag-o costume, it's a no for me.
That's fair. I think I'm the same way, only because my mom was a costume designer. So if I bought my costume, she would have me roasted on a pit.
Yeah.
So, you know, she made me, she was like, I was a Medusa one year in high school. Beautiful. And I had like the like things in my hair, like a long dress. It was really neat. So my mom makes the best costumes. So I think I got that from her, where I try to make my own too.
So again, for me, like personally, it's like, if you want to have a sexy costume, just like Mean Girls it and like wear lingerie and some like ears. Like, let's be real about what you're doing. Like, let's not butter it up. But like, on the topic of sexy costumes, why do you think men have such a hard time and are so against slutty Halloween costumes?
They have a hard time remembering that other men also find women attractive. They think that they're the only ones that see women in that way. So then when other men, especially like if you're in a relationship and then like you're in that, you know, they're like, oh, you know, I don't know how I want to say this necessarily, but it's like, I don't know. Here, you can answer because I'm still thinking about my answer.
So for myself personally, is I think that a certain type of man has an issue anytime a woman is having fun.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge one.
So, like, in my past, I've done a lot of things. I have an OnlyFans. I was a burlesque performer. I've done body painting events. I've done, like, you know, nude and erotic photography, like fine art shit. And every partner I've ever had has had to be okay with that and not get like his dick in a twist about it because it has nothing to do with him. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. And if you don't like it, bricks.
Yeah, it's a security thing, or
100%.
I guess an insecurity thing, right?
Yeah. And like, you know, men are like, I want you to be sexy, but not too sexy.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to be sexy enough that I find you sexy, but other people
no one else
can't perceive you as sexy. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And it just boils down to like the minute a woman starts having fun, like there's always going to be a dude there. Like not every dude, but there's always going to be at least one dude there to be like, no fun.
Yeah.
Don't be having fun. It is unladylike. It is low value.
You are put on this world to suffer. Why are you not suffering?
Why are you having fun? There is suffering to be had.
Yeah.
But that's me. Like it's because it's not like I've only ever had one boyfriend who like had issue with me like wearing something that was sexy-ish, sexy adjacent on Halloween, and like let me tell you, he hit the bricks pretty quick.
Didn't last very long.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But speaking of having a boyfriend around the holiest of season, Halloween.
Yes.
What do you think about couples costumes?
Oh, I'm a romantic and I love them. I think they're so cheesy, but they're so fun, especially if you do like weird ones, you know? I don't know. I
feel
love
like
them.
If it's well executed,
100%.
I'm into it. So my current partner is not a Halloween guy.
Wait, no.
He doesn't like to dress up.
No.
I know.
No.
I know. But my best friend has become my couple costume person.
Oh, okay.
So like this year we're doing Chucky and Tiffany.
Yeah. See, like stuff like that. I think that's fun.
And you know, like we were supposed to do it last year and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But like I and like my roommate, who is also one of my best friends, we're gonna do Enid and Wednesday.
Yeah.
So like I think couples costumes, like well done.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Again, if you're buying a bag of costume, save yourself the $75, $80, $150 because I've seen the prices on these stupid things.
Yeah.
And just like make something out of your closet.
Yeah.
I do a whole TikTok series like every year about like closet costumes.
It's easier than people think.
Yeah. You just got to be a little creative. Think
and
outside the box.
Like secondhand stores. The amount of things that you can find at a secondhand store is insane for stuff
you
like
can probably
that.
find that bag to costume for $15.
Yeah, I mean, remember, I don't know if Valley Village still does it, but they used to sell all of those like bagged costumes for like nothing. Because Spirit Halloween, it's funny, you walk around and everything's like $1,000.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
but
100%.
yeah, secondhand so much better.
How do you think internalized misogyny and internalized male gaze come out during Halloween costume season?
Jesus Christ, what a question.
Deep one.
That is a deep one. Because internalized like misogyny and all of that stuff is such a like difficult conversation because everyone interprets it differently.
100%.
But I mean, that kind of ties in with like the slutty costumes. I feel like some people do what they think should be done instead of what they want to do, right?
And like some people could say like my comment about like, sure, dress slutty but be smart about it is internalized misogyny. And for me, it's just because like this is my holiday.
Yeah.
Like do not
Yeah.
cheapen my holiday.
Yeah, it's more because you care about it, less
it's like
because
the same people who are cranking on about like keep Christ in Christmas. Like,
oh my God,
like it's a pagan holiday. Get over it.
He wasn't even born in that.
He wasn't even like
month.
Yeah,
you know. So
like this is my holiday.
Yeah.
So like respect it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fair.
Like put your gray matter to work, not just your titties. The titties will come out. The titties will come.
Yeah.
If you build the costume, they will come.
They will show up at some point. You can't not have them.
Yeah.
So
I want everyone to look slutty all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. I can vote for that as well.
I just want to bring a little highbrow to it on Halloween.
Yeah, like a little bit of effort.
A little bit of effort.
You know, something. Like I
Yeah.
hate when people wear like those pins or it's like, this is my Halloween costume. Like
Yeah.
you might as well just like stay home and I don't know, eat
a box
butter.
of candy.
Yeah, like
just go and buy your box of small chocolate bars.
Yeah.
And sit at home and eat
And
about
leave
it,
everyone
eat
else
it,
alone.
and think about what you've done.
Yeah, and think about what you've done. You're on timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely going back to those like bagged costumes that I keep razzing on.
No, you really hate those.
I really hate them.
Yeah.
And like part of it might be like I grew up too broke to have them.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, growing up broke really shows you how to like kind of jimmy your way into better things. I'm not because like silver spoon can only take you so much, but like if you learn how to make a plastic spoon into something better, then that's something that sticks with it for the rest of your life.
100%. And like I feel like when I like was younger and I would, I was broke and I would see like kids and like young adults wearing these like store-bought costumes, I'd be like, like, yeah, cool, you had $75, but like I had 15 and look what I have.
Yeah.
Like, you're lame.
I mean, arguably, it definitely is more impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I would think so.
I would too, but I also grew up the same way.
Yeah.
But I also grew up in a way where like my mom, like I said, was a costume designer. We didn't have everything, right? Like we were, but she was a single mom doing her best, but she always made sure that I looked cool. We had matching Catwoman outfits.
Amazing.
One year.
Amazing.
I was a little Catwoman and she was like a big Catwoman. She was obviously sexier than I was.
Like Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman?
Oh, yes, I think so.
If you say Halle Berry, I'm leaving.
No, I mean, I like Halle Berry. But, like, no, it was the one where she was, like, the full leather with, like, the, like, stitches. Yeah, she looked so cool.
Oh, my God. Tell your mom she needs to make me one of those.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pay her very handsomely. But going back to those stupid bad costumes, those are male gaze, like, incarnate. Like, those are not, like, those are not for women by women. Like, let's be real.
No, that's fair.
Right? So, like, I think that's also, like, why I really hate them.
Yeah.
Because, again, going back to, like, you can be sexy in such better ways.
Yeah.
Like, you can be a slutty nurse in such a better way.
I mean, like I said earlier, the nurses from Silent Hill.
Yeah. Right? Like,
gotta grasp the chair.
There's so many better ways to be a sexy, slutty, insert adjective here than it is in those bad costumes.
That's fair. I can see that. I think for me, I need to change my perspective of like bad costumes, because whenever I hear bad costumes, I think of like those blow up ones where you can be like a grape because you're like a big circle, And I'm like I don't see how, but like when you think of like the sexy ones, then I can see that. Yeah. Like they have like the whole row of like sexy nurses. Yeah. And there's like 4 different kinds and none of them look comfortable. None of them are creative.
No.
They're all like Polly and Esther, like it's not.
And then
good.
You look for the exact same costume in a plus size, and it's like
don't even
school marm.
Don't
nurse.
even get me started. It's like actual nun. Like you're like head to toe covered. That's it. It goes from like this long of a skirt to like you're just.
Like you could cover your car.
Yeah, actually, it's just a tent. They just put a tent in a bag and give it to you, and then like charge double the price for some reason.
Oh my God. Yeah. I hate it. The male gaze. What was your favorite costume that you've ever worn?
I have a couple. I was the Black Widow from Avengers.
Cool.
My mom made that one.
Love that.
It was great. I had like the whole like bullet belt and like the high boots, and it was like the first time that I wore like they were high heels, but they were high heel boots. Yeah. So like they were like the tall ones. Yeah. And I don't remember how old I was, but I wasn't very old at all. I think I was like just like either grade 8 or just entering high school. I thought I was the baddest bitch out there.
Oh yeah.
My second favorite one was I was Jesus. So I made it a sexy Jesus, but not the way that you think. So I had a regular Jesus costume, but I had the wig that came with it because it was a bad costume. You're gonna hate me, but it's because I was drunk and I picked a random one. But I cut the sides a slit all the way up to essentially my chest.
See, this is how you make a bagged costume sexy.
That's right. I will never wear it like right out the bag. Like I always do something to it. So I did that. I had like the cross, I had the sash, and then I had the hair up in a high ponytail.
Beautiful.
It was the best thing ever. It was sexy Jesus for the entire night.
Rock me, sexy Jesus.
Yeah, actually, I knew that one. I knew that reference. Finally. Yeah, I know.
Point.
Yeah, I knew it. But yeah, that one was my favorite. And I didn't wear underwear, and I think I flashed like 7 people that night. But it was great. Yeah. What about you?
Pulling a Britney. So when I was a little kid, my mom, bless my mom.
Love this already.
So my mom was quite young when she had me. So her baby brother is only like, I don't even think he's 10 years older than me.
Oh my God.
So he and I grew up almost as siblings.
Yeah.
And he as a tween was like big into like punk music.
Yes, party. And so as you should.
When I was like 4, maybe 5, I went as Sid Vicious for Halloween.
Shut up. When you were 5?
Yeah. So my mom like teased my hair into the big like Liberty spikes. We sprayed it black. I
That's
had
so
my
cool.
like uncle's like battle vest on, and I had like even like the random bandana tied around my thigh.
Oh my god!
And like I'd go up to the doors and and I would try to do like a British accent, and I'd just be like trick or treat, and people would come out and be like, "Oh, are you a witch?" And I'd be like, "I'm Sid Vicious."
Oh my god!
And my mom was just like, "Yeah, say thank you.
Yeah. Take the candy. Let's go, honey.
Yeah, let's go. We have another house to go to."
They don't get it.
Yeah. And then my I guess my favorite like adult costume, I went as Jem from like Jem and the Holograms.
Oh my god, party!
And my roommate at the time made me like flashing earrings.
Shut up.
Yeah. It was pretty
Flashing
great.
earrings?
Yeah, and I had another friend of mine who's a costume designer.
Yeah.
I was like, give me Jem, but like, mid 90s, late 90s,
Yes.
like Jean Galliano.
Yeah.
And so she was like, oh bitch, like I'm
Yep.
in.
Like, all right, done.
So yeah, that one was fun.
I love that. Knowing costume designers around this year is really the best because
Yeah.
that's when they like rise from the dead and
Yeah.
they're like,
I would have done it myself, but I didn't at the time have a serger, so you can't sew stretch.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So I was
my
just
mom would be like, yep.
I could buy a serger for like $1,000, or I could pay you $300 to make me my costume.
They have them at Valley Village every once in a while for like $5.
I have one now.
Oh, okay, party.
Yeah.
We love that.
It was just at the time I was like,
Yeah, weighing your options,
Yeah.
I guess, right?
what are you gonna dress up as Halloween this year?
I don't know. It's so up in the air. I have no idea. There's so much shit going on right now that I'm
know.
like, oh, Halloween is this year, but it means so much to me. So I know I'm going to have to do something. But
Yeah.
that's something I have no idea.
My best friend and I are going as Tiffany and Chucky, and then for work, because I think I have to work on Halloween. I think I'm gonna like bust out the like
Just bust out.
just bust out.
Yeah.
Because I used to do special effects makeup.
Oh, yeah.
So I
that'll be
think
fun.
I'm gonna get up real early and do
Yeah.
like a good zombie, like
Hell yeah. And then just act normal the entire
and just act
day.
normal.
And people are like, oh, wow, that's nice. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
I was just hit by a car this morning.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just it's fine.
I might do something like that. Like as if I got into an accident, get all bloody, and then go to work. I like work with a bunch of like old tech guys, so they'd be like, "What the hell?" That'd be great. But I have
Yeah.
no idea what I'm gonna do. I don't even really like go out for Halloween because also there's like nothing to do. But I might, end up in Toronto at some point.
Well, my friend always has a beer pong tournament for Halloween. So if you want to go to Guelph with me, I'm sure I could invite you along.
a beer pong. I'm so good at beer pong.
Oh, I suck, but you're welcome.
Oh my god, we're making a team.
You're gonna fight Ricky for that one.
Oh, fair. Okay, never mind. I'll watch on the sidelines.
You can still play. We just can't be a team.
Okay,
We
pretty.
always do we pull playing cards.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
but yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I'm definitely down.
So like if there's 10 people, they pull out 10 matching cards. And
Oh, okay.
then so whoever like both people who draw an ace are a team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Halloween costumes are going to be all over the place this year. Let's talk about what the popular ones are going to be. Barbie. I'm going to say it's going to be overrated because I am already...
I love Barbie.
I love Barbie too.
But she's everywhere.
It's so much right now.
I love that she's everywhere, but it's gonna be literally the specific rollerblade scene or the cowboy one.
Or the cowboy, yeah.
If people can be a little, unique about it, then yeah.
Yeah, again, if
overrated.
you could be unique, I'm into it. If not, move
Yeah.
along. Little Mermaid. If it's little girls,
Yeah, I was a Little Mermaid once.
I was Ursula.
Oh my god, of course you were. I love this. We should we should do that once.
do it.
That'd be amazing.
Also,
It was hard to walk in though.
Taylor Swift Eras Tour.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not a Swiftie. Sorry.
If I had a fucking dollar for every time I heard Taylor Swift this past month, I'd be able to afford a home.
Carmi from the Bear.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Loved that
Oh
show.
my god. Also, he could do terrible things.
I was gonna say
if you're watching,
Yeah. Any person dressed as the bear guy
Is gonna get it.
Yeah.
he's gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
And every girl's dated like a toxic line chef.
Yeah.
If we
That's
go through a
true,
bad breakup,
actually.
we immediately bed a line cook.
Immediately. The pass and go. For like $200.
Wednesday Addams from Wednesday,
Overrated.
overrated. We've been seeing this already for a million years.
Yeah.
Move it along, kids.
That's very true. Kids and adults alike.
Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Daisy.
We've seen
We've
that.
been seeing this for 40 years. Like, we're good.
Yeah, we've seen that. I think that's it. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, well, we did 6, sorry.
Maverick for Talkin. Underrated.
Underrated.
I would sleep with that man.
I would not sleep with Tom Cruise.
No, me neither. He's like 5 foot nothing.
And he's crazy.
And did you know his tooth actually is perfectly in line in the center of his face instead of it being like 2 separate ones on each side? It's like actually directly down the center. If you look at his face when he's smiling, you know your 2 front teeth there? It's actually one of them is right down the center.
Weird. So, iconic celebrity Halloween looks. Overrated, underrated. First off, we have Julia Fox. I don't know who this lady is, but goddamn.
I like it. She looks like she gives a good back scratch.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I like the horns too.
Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott as angels.
Yeah, no.
They
have so much money. They can afford something so much better than that.
Hailey Bieber, Versace vampire.
Hailey Bieber as Versace vampire. Why do I kind of like it?
I mean, I would like it if it was anyone but her.
You don't like her?
I'm so sick of her.
You don't like her?
I also don't like Bieber.
Oh, well, I don't like Bieber, but I don't mind her.
Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton as Sailor Moon.
Oh my god! I love Paris Hilton so much. Have you seen one of her DJ sets?
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Fucking love her.
So we have Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly as Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. I mean, I hate the two of them, but like, this is gorgeous.
I like Megan Fox.
I think she's atrocious. And Machine Gun Kelly, please choke.
Okay. I love Megan Fox.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Kim Kardashian. Oh, I love.
As Mystique.
I love.
I hate.
I love.
Please choke.
I don't care. She looks so good. As Mystique?
Girl, if I had the money, I could look like that too. That is bought and paid for.
So? I think it looks so good.
No, I
mean, yeah, anyways. I love it.
Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're good.
I think it's awesome.
And next we have Kendall Jenner as Jessie from Toy Story.
I love it.
I also don't love it.
I love it. Well, you don't like the Kardashians.
I hate the Kardashians.
But I love this.
They
I think
are
this is so cute.
upon humanity.
Oh my god, you're so dramatic.
Lizzo! Oh my god, Lizzo is Marge Simpson. I am going to go overrated because that just looks
You know
awful.
what? Actually, I think I agree with you because a drag queen would have done such a better
job.
Such a better job.
Such a better
Who
job.
did that?
Whoever should be fired.
She has no lips.
No lips. And next we have Rebel Wilson as a Barbie, but it's got to be the shittiest Barbie I have
Again,
ever
where are
seen.
these people have so
Like, you
much
have
money?
so much money.
Oh
Like,
my god.
hire an artist.
Yeah.
My god. Okay.
Where'd your costume designers go?
We got Cardi B.
I'm already gonna say underrated. I love Cardi B.
Oh! Whoa, okay, I don't like Cardi B.
Oh!
But, like, wowza.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, it's clearly face-tuned within an inch of her life, but, like, I'm okay with it.
Cardi B could do anything to me. I didn't know that she was Morticia Addams. I have a new obsession now.
We've got Margot Robbie as Ginger Spice. I am here for the throwback.
Yeah. I also love Margot Robbie.
I also love Margot Robbie.
Okay, we can agree on that.
Yeah,
one.
she looks fantastic. I think more throwback
And it's not an edited photo, and she looks amazing.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Stunning.
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 All right, that's it for us this week, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Elle Harlow. You can follow me on TikTok and on Instagram at Elle Harlow.
I'm Tiana Sage. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Tiana Sage.
And please, please, please do us a solid and follow our podcast at Naughty Podcast on TikTok and Instagram.
Do it. We'll find you.
No, I'm kidding. Only if you want us to.